Hey, what's up, guys? Hotfire MTG, and I'm coming back at you with another 10 life draft. So if you watched my last one, you know it did not go very well. I thought I drafted a pretty good Boros deck, and I went 1 and 3. Didn't work out so well. So we're gonna try again. I want another kick at the can. So again, still going to try and go very aggressive and see if we can do a little better than 1 and 3. So this pack, Ironcrag Feet, I don't like at all. I don't love Shepherd of the Flock in this format. I don't like Cauldron Familiar really in this format. Although having your opponent lose 1 and gain 1 is actually decent in a 10 life draft. The Lock Dragon being a 4-drop, don't love it. Marleaf Rider's not bad being a 3-1. I kind of like Queen of Ice. Queen of Ice I think might be the best pick here. Bacon to a Pie is obviously very good. Let me just adjust this camera a bit. Yeah, I think I like the Bacon to a Pie or Queen of Ice. Bacon to a Pie being it's I also like Crashing Drawbridge, actually. Just 2-drop defender, but giving your other creatures haste when they come in is potentially really good in this format. I might take the Crashing Drawbridge. Who takes a Crashing Drawbridge? Pack 1, pick 1. I know, but in this format, I think it might be the best card in this pack. I really do. Maybe the Cauldron Familiar. I'm gonna take the Drawbridge. I think giving just an early defender that can give your other creatures haste when they come in is very relevant. Very relevant. I don't like the Merfolk Secret Keeper, not going to try and mill in this format. Reeve Soul is another potentially good piece of removal. I don't like Once in Future, or I like Covetous Urge, but not in this format. Searing Barrage is way too expensive. I don't want Wishful Merfolk, although you can make it able to attack. I might take the Trebuchet here. Yeah. I think the Trebuchet is the right pick. I like the Wildwood Tracker. I also don't mind the Gargoyle being another cheap creature that you can make into a flyer later on. I do like the Gargoyle potentially in this format. I think I'm going to take the Wildwood Tracker though. It's a really good card in this format. Let's see what happens. We got a Rimrock Knight. Edgewall Innkeeper's pretty good. Draw you cards, and it's cheap. Outmuscle. Muscle's also pretty good because it's a removal and makes one of your creatures a little bigger. But it's a 4-drop. I think I'm going to go with the Rimrock Knight. I think I would take here... Oh, we got a Halberd. I'm going to have to take the Halberd. The Halberd is really, really, really good. And I like the Weaselback Red Cap, but I'm taking the Halberd. Because the Halberd goes on the Ginger Brute, and it's fantastic when you can make it work. So, taking the Ginger Brute, 100%. Rosethorn Acolyte's not bad. Not a lot going on in this pack. I don't like anything here, really. I would maybe take the Acolyte just because we may end up in green. Potentially Gruul. I like Barge In, but the Wildwood Tracker again. Non-humans, and we've got... So far we have no humans. So I'm going to take the Wildwood Tracker. Good card. Queen of Ice came around. Looks like, yeah, we're pick 9, back to our first pack. So given that we're leaning towards red-green now, yeah, definitely. Marleaf Rider, maybe. Or the Crystal Slipper's okay. I'm going to take Scalding Cauldron. Scalding Cauldron. Really no value. Like, you're paying 4 to do 3 damage. You know, doesn't really give you any value unless you have something that's artifacts matter. Gives you really no value being out on the board until you pay 3 and sack it and deal 3 damage. I think I'm going to take the Rider. A cheap creature. At 3-1, pretty good stats. So here, I don't know, take Fell the Peasant, maybe. Take the Gargoyle. I like the Gargoyle. My color's drying up, though. It's making me a little nervous. Righteousness is pretty good. Knight of the Keep. Yeah, I take the Knight of the Keep. True Love's Kiss. Probably not going to play that. So what do we got pack 2? No Ginger Brute. That's what I was hoping for. And not a lot going on in our colors. Another Gargoyle, maybe. I'm going to move the True Love's Kiss and the Righteousness and the Knight of the Keep out for now. No, that was the wrong one. Bring the Trebuchet in. Move the Knight of the Keep for now. Fling is pretty good. Being able to just fling a creature at your opponent's face to do those last couple points of damage in this format is really good. It is really, really good. Ember Shieldbreaker's also good. Being able to destroy an artifact can really help, especially in this if your opponent gets a food out and you don't want your opponent to gain 3 in a 10 life draft. Destroy your opponent's food. I do like the Veteran. I'm going to take the Fling. Got another Fling. Out Muscle. Probably not going to run the Tree Folk. I think I'd take the Fling here. Yes. Take a Fling. I like... Ooh, I would maybe take Tall as a Beanstalk. Being a 4-drop, it's a little pricey. Blow Your House Down I like. I played a couple of those in my last draft, though. It did not go very well. But I feel like I don't think I was wrong about it, but it didn't work very well. Do I want to take Tall as a Beanstalk? I'm going to take the Tall as Beanstalk. I'm going to try it. That's about as high as I want my curve to go, though. I think I take the Tracker here, more non-humans, or the Trebuchet. I've already got one. I think I take the Tracker. I've already got 2. If you control another non-human, it gets +1/+1. That is good. Flutterfox is also good. I do have a lot of artifacts. I'm not married to red at this point, but I do like the cards I have in red. I'm going to take the Tracker. I don't think you can have too many trackers. Ginger Brute is a snap keep here. 2 Ginger Brutes now. That's good. Very, very good. I think I take the Embereth Paladin. I think maybe take Curious Bear. Being able to create a food early is good. It's a human, but so is the Paladin. And the Paladin being a 4-drop, I don't like it. Take Curious Bear. And we're back to... No, we haven't wheeled yet. We got another Tall as a Beanstalk. I think I take Barge in, though. Yeah. Barge in's the right call there. Pick 8. Oh, Ferocity of the Wilds. Another one I played in my last draft, and it didn't work so well. We've got a Marleaf Rider, which now I've got potential to create some food with the Curious Pair. Although forcing a creature to block it isn't super great in this format. I think maybe the Red Cap melee. Don't like that you have to sack a land. Maybe take the Weaselback Red Cap. I'm going to take the Weaselback Red Cap. I think that's the better pick here. And here we've got take the Lochthwain Gargoyle, I guess. Maybe a weapon rack. I don't really like the weapon rack. Thrill of Possibility I don't love either. Discard a card, draw 2 cards. Might play it. I doubt it though. Blow your house down. Take another gargoyle. That's a lot. It's too many gargoyles. Take the beanstalk. Opt will sideboard. Happily Ever After. One of those cards with a million words on it. Too many words. Each player gains 5 life and draw a card. That's bad. I don't want my opponent to gain 5 life. If there are 5 colors and permanents you control, your 6 card types, 1 permanents you control, and or in graveyard, or your total life. No, I'm not playing that. No, I'm not even gonna read that. Heraldic Banner could just give creatures of a chosen color +1/+0. I'd want to do it to my Gingerbrute though. Gingerbrute's colorless. Garenbrig Carver I think I have to take here. It's a 4-drop creature, but the shields might. Or I take the red cap. I think I take the red cap. Just 1-drop creatures go wide. God, my color is looking dry again here. Take the Raging Red Cap this time. Weaselback Red Cap, Raging Red Cap. There's a Gingerbrute. That's insane. 3 Gingerbrutes. Thank God. Can I get another Halberd? That would be bomb.com. So here I'm going to take Once in Nature. No, I don't love it. Fell the Peasant, maybe. Take Fell the Peasant. We have 2 of them. I don't know if I'm going to play it. There's another Curious Pair, which I like better than... Maybe I take the Ferocity of the Wilds, though. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to count the Thrill of Possibilities. 5, 6, 7, potentially. I don't know if I'm going to play both the Tallest Beanstalks. Maybe I take the Ferocity of the Wilds here. One more decent non-creature spell. Actually works with the Gingerbrute too. Non-human. Get +1? Yeah. I think I'd take the Ferocity of the Wilds. Here, take a... Squire could be good. Do I have a lot that has... Creature that has an adventure? Rosethorn Acolyte, yeah, so there's 1. Curious Pair, yeah. The Rimrock Knight does. So there's a couple. The Garenbrig Squire I think is good. I do like Fling. I feel like Fling is really good. Gonna be really good in this format. I might try the Fling because I think I'm in good shape for creatures. This doesn't help though. Tall as a Beanstalk. No. I've got 2, so I guess I take the Thrill of Possibility. I've got 2 Tall as Beanstalks already. Wildwood Tracker's a really good pickup at this point. I'm definitely going to take that. Wildwood Tracker. Garenbrig Carver, that's another good one. Yeah, I think I take that over the Raging Red Cap. I have 1 red cap already. Yeah, I think I have to just with the adventure, it's just that much more flexible. Here we're gonna go... I think we take Return to Nature. I'm probably not gonna play it. Take the Dwarves. Probably not gonna play the Dwarves. Once in Future, let's sideboard it though. Beloved Princess, good card. Gingerbread Cabin, you never know. Could play the Cabin. Okay, so do I want to play the Drawbridge with give my creatures haste? Do I have... First off, let's see. So I still have 14 non-creature spells. So Barge In I like. The Halberd I really like though. And the Flings I like. take out the Thrill of Possibility then. Definitely taking out those. Take out the Fell the Peasant. And we're going to take out Return to Nature. Again, that can be really good. That takes us to 9. I think I take out 1 Tall as a Beanstalk. Maybe even keep 2 Tall as a Beanstalks. That can be just a bomb, but sucks to get 2 for 1 with a Tall as a Beanstalk. Although if you could put Tall as a Beanstalk on your Gingerbread, now you're just now you're talking. So what else could I get rid of then? I've got Tall as a Beanstalk, Ferocity of the Wilds. I like the Ferocity of the Wilds, although it didn't work very well for me last game, or the last draft I did. Sorry. Might get rid of the Blow Your House Down. It really did nothing for me in the last draft. I like it in principle. Let's get rid of the 7 dwarves while we're looking at it. But it just didn't work that well for me. So that's 7 non-creature spells. Barge in, the Halberd, 3 Flings, and 1 Tall as a Beanstalk, and a Ferocity of the Wilds. Ferocity of the Wilds, I feel like I have to keep it just because it works for the Gingerbread. Like, it makes the Gingerbread bigger. Also would work for the Gargoyle. So when you pay 4, it becomes a 3/3 flyer, which is pretty good. Okay, so I need to cut some creatures. I like the Carver. I think I cut the Acolyte. Yeah, I'm going to cut the Acolyte. That's 19. I like the red cap. I think I'm going to get rid of the Drawbridge. Gives you creatures haste, which I like. I really like it. But I'm going to get rid of it. I think I get rid of a Gargoyle too. That's too many. Which gets me down. I might even get rid of 2 Gargoyles. I feel like I like everything else. I like the red caps. I like the trackers. Gingerbreads, obviously. I like the Knight. Curious Pair. Marleaf Rider. I would keep a Trebuchet. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of another Locthwain Gargoyle. That gets me down to 40. Gingerbread Cabin, I would keep. I don't really want to keep it actually. If you get value out of it, that's very good, but... So that's 17 lands. Again, I feel like I want to try 16 lands, which I did last time. I'm going to take out a mountain. 16 lands. Our curve tops out at 4. I think my curve is much better this game than it was the last draft I did. So that means I could put back in a... Could put in a Blow Your House Down. I don't want to raise my curve with Tall as a Beanstalk, even though I like it. Maybe I try it. Maybe I try putting the Tall as a Beanstalk in. 2 Tall as Beanstalks. I mean, it's potentially just a blowout, right? Let's try it. It might not be a good idea. We'll try it and see what happens in this first game. So it's still, I think that's still only 3 cards with converted mana cost 4 or more. So that's not bad. Just, it would feel pretty crappy to have 2 of those in my opening hand. This is good. I think I can keep this. Wish I had a forest, but this isn't. It's actually not that good. 2 flings. I mean, the flings are going to be useless for a little while, but I'm going to try this. I mean, I can cast the Boulder Rush and the Rimrock Knight at least. I can cast the Gingerbread. My opponent took a mulligan, so that's good. And I drew the Weaselback red cap, which I can play, so we'll see what happens here. I need to draw another land though, ideally a forest. So if my opponent plays a creature here, I can do Boulder Rush. Opponent's discarding and drawing 2, which is good. Oh man, do I ever need a forest? So if my opponent has nothing else to play, so I might as well, I can play the red cap, buff the Gingerbread, hit my opponent for 3, down to 6 already, which is really good. And I can now buff the, and I drew another land, which is great, because that means I can buff the red cap. My opponent didn't play a creature though, which is surprising. So I'm just gonna swing for 4 here. Wow, opponent takes it. That is devastating. Opponent hasn't even played a creature yet. And I've got... I could just fling... yeah, opponent concedes. I was like, I could just fling both my creatures at his face with one more land. So, looks like my opponent took a mulligan. I don't know. He probably wasn't playing mono red. Never know. Maybe was. So, opponent might have just got a little screwed there. But good for us. So let's go to game 2, see what happens. That was a good start. I was worried about keeping that opening hand, but it worked out. Gingerbread, I'm telling you, I think it's one of the best cards for this format, for a 10 life draft. We can't seem to find 2. I'm still going to keep it though. Got a tracker, got a Gingerbread. Gonna try it. We got creatures we can play. Opponent comes out with a Weaselback red cap. That's bad. So I'm gonna try attacking. Opponent wants to trade. That's probably a bad trade for me though. Probably not smart. I'm trading a... yeah, opponent comes out with a Youthful Knight, which is good. I drew a mountain though, which is good. Youthful Knight with First Strike is very good. It's very, very good. I'm going to go play the Marleaf Rider. Opponent swings. He's probably going to drop another creature here though. But I mean, I'm thinking if I could swing with the Rider, buff it with the Boulder Rush, swinging in for 5. And my opponent may not play another creature here, which is good. So, I mean, I'm going to take 2, but I could crack back for 5. That's pretty devastating. So, oh, and there's a Garenbrig Carver. +2/+2. I think we do the Boulder Rush, though. It's cheaper. So, let's go Boulder Rush on the Marleaf Rider. Opponent... oh, shit. That was dumb because I realize now that the Youthful Knight has Vigilance with the Shining Armor. So let's give it +2/+2. And now my opponent will have to decide if he wants to block, take 7, because the Youthful Knight now with First Strike will not kill the Rider. So now my opponent needs to decide. Could he? There's nothing for one red he could have. I don't think. So now my opponent needs to decide: take 7 or trade off the knight for, not even trade. The knight would just die. So that's pretty good. Even though I ooh, +2. His own Boulder Rush, really? Yep. That's, I think, the only thing, potentially the only thing he could have had, actually, to turn that around. That was really good. So this First Strike is hurting me. Really hurting me. Because all of my creatures currently die to the Youthful Knight. So I am in trouble. And yeah. I can only play... I could get 3 creatures out at least. No, I only have 1 mountain. Yeah, I'm in trouble here. So let's get the red cap out, the Wildwood Tracker out. I can't even play... So I can't block the knight because it has first strike. So it kills both of my creatures before it dies. But at least... Rimrock Knight is a knight. And he can equip it. So it gains... Gets +2/+2. Okay, so I have to block it with 1. Could have double blocked. Didn't realize. I didn't realize that was attacks or blocks. That was dumb. At least I could do Tall as Beanstalk now. +3/+3. I could potentially survive, so I want to make sure. No, I can't do both anyway, so I think I have to. Tall as Beanstalk, so at least I could trade off with the Rimrock Knight and take 2 from the Youthful Knight. Although he then re-equips the Steelclaw Lance to the Youthful Knight, that's a big problem. Like a really big problem. Having a... Oh, yep, good game. Fling will get you there. I got a couple of those in my deck. For good reason. Okay, so 1-1. Sitting at 1-1. Let's try this again. So that did not go very well. Opponent had again, just had a really good, very aggressive deck, which is what you gotta do in this format. That's what I've been saying. So, yeah, the swinging in with the Gingerbrute there, turn 1, I think that was a mistake. Trading off. The Gingerbrute's just too good. You have to keep it in play if you can, I think. So, I think this is the first time I've had an opening hand with the mana I want. So, this is good. This I will take. What am I going to do first turn? I think I get the red cap out turn 1. I don't think I want to create a food right away. I do want to get value for that. So opponent took a mulligan, which is good, and plays his own Gingerbrute, which is very good. So go Weaselback. Red cap. So if my opponent can buff his Gingerbrute, he's gonna be hitting me hard and fast. Gingerbrute's just scary. In this format, Gingerbrute's very scary. So opponent's gonna swing. I'm not gonna block. I mean, he obviously wants to play a 2-drop on his second main, I would say, unless he's can buff it like that. Yeah, +2/+2 till end of turn with the Carver. That's a good play. So I'm down to 6 already. I can buff the red cap, crack back for 3. Or can drop a gargoyle and create a food. Drop a gargoyle, create a food. Or crack back for 3. I think I'm going to crack back for 3. So, let's see if my opponent can hit me here for more than 1. I'm going to be in trouble. So, opponent... draw fling. Okay. So now... Barge in could help get through the drawbridge. Not sure what I want to do here. Not sure what I need to do here. So I'm going to play... I'm going to play a forest. I'm going to create a food token, because that'll come in handy. And then I'm going to get the Curious Pair out. That might have been the wrong play. Getting Curious Pair. Curious Pair is kind of useless. So opponent's getting mana screwed though, and not gonna swing now with the Gingerbread. He can't. So now whenever he casts an adventure or sorcery, he can copy it, which is really, really good. Okay. I can cast Tall as a Beanstalk now, which is broken. I think that's what I need to do. I can make my Curious Pair into a 4/6 and just start smashing in. 4/6 is really good. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So Tall as a Beanstalk. I'm going to do it on the Curious Pair because I can still buff the red cap later, which if I do, I'd be cracking for 7. So I'm just going to swing in with the Curious Pair, and he's going to have to block with something. I don't think he wants to take 4 here. Going to block with the Gingerbread. Probably going to eat it. No, he can't. He's got to pay for that. So if he does block with the Gingerbread just dies. So if opponent draws a land, who knows what he could play. Looks like I'm getting lucky. Drew land. There's a land. So opponent's down to 7. I do have a Fling in hand. Opponent gets to add 2. Man, I have any one color with the Lucky Clover, which is nice. That could help. So we could get the Carver out. I think the Barge In will come in handy next turn, because I could buff the red cap and use the Barge In. Give the red cap will get trample. My opponent, however, is using the fertile footsteps and gets 2 out of it, which is really nice. The Lucky Clover's coming in handy, but I think I can still keep my opponent on the defensive. He's got 5 lands in play now, but the giant is 6 to cast. Rimrock Knight, that's really going to help too. So play the forest, I think, so I can buff the Weaselback red cap multiple times actually, but I need to use the Barge In. So buff the red cap. I can't use both the Boulder Rush and the Barge In though, which is unfortunate. So do I use... I want to get trample. So I think I use the Barge In and give the Weasel back +2/+2 and trample. So yeah, I think that's what I have to do. +2/+2 also would mean that the Rosethorn Acolyte cannot kill the Weaselback red cap. So my opponent has to double block here, I think. Which is going to leave him in a pretty rough shape. He could just block one of them and like take 4 or take 5, but I think he's got to block both. Either way, my opponent is in rough shape. So the Weaselback gets trample. I'm going to get through for 2. And I can sack a food or put the Gargoyle out. I'm going to put the Gargoyle out. I don't need to sack the food yet. I'm in pretty good shape. So next turn, especially with the Boulder Rush. Even the fling. I can just fling the Curious Pair for the last 4, but so could give the Gargoyle flying and still have enough to use the Boulder Rush, which is instant speed, so I think pay 4. Oh no. Why did it? I should have clearly should have paid for that manually. That sucks. I could have still used the Boulder Rush, but stupid auto tap. Stupid auto tap. Well, swing in. My opponent has to block the Curious Pair. He's going to take 2 from the Gargoyle. Get the Wildwood Tracker out. And so I'm still in good shape, but that sucks. I could have got through for 2 more if I had tapped the lands manually. Should have done that, but what can you do? Still looking really good. So if I do it correctly this time, I can give the Gargoyle flying and buff it with the Boulder Rush. So let's go 2, 3, 4. Give the Gargoyle flying. We're going to attack. Might as well just attack with everything. Just make sure we get there. Wildwood Tracker gets +1/+1. Opponent's gonna use Fell the Peasant. Okay. Nice. Well, I haven't cast the Boulder Rush yet though, so opponent can only block 1. He's taking 3 no matter what here. And yeah, good game. Just for good measure, we'll put the Boulder Rush on the Weaselback Redcap and got there. That was pretty good. Opponent got a little hung up on lands, I think, early on there, but managed to, with the Lucky Clover and the Tall as a Beanstalk, managed to dig a couple out of his library, which was nice. So sitting at 2-1. Let's see if we can keep this going. Let's see if we can get to 3 wins. So I really like this. It's a fun format. It's a fun format. What do you guys think of it? Let me know. Let us know in the comments what you guys think of this format. I think it's a lot of fun. I hope they Walter White. We're playing Walter White. Cool. I hope they do this again. Actually, I hope they do this this format again. I'm sure they will. They're always coming out with original, unique types of formats. Usually just for a weekend event. So Walter White takes a mulligan. Also playing pretty aggressively, clearly. I think I gotta drop the Gingerbrute. Even though I really wanted to respond with my own Weaselback, I'm not gonna do it. And this time, I learned my lesson. It is not worth trading a Gingerbrute for a red cap, so I'm not gonna do that. So, opponent, yeah, that's smart. I do have another Gingerbrute in hand. Because he buffs it and hits me for 3. I crack back for 2 by dropping my own Gingerbrute and also play a red cap. Yeah, so that's what I would have. That's what I would have done if I didn't have another spell worth playing in hand. So, but fortunately, I can. So I'm gonna manually, because I don't want to use my red land, my mountain, to cast the Gingerbrute. So I'm going to crack in with my Gingerbrutes. Boom, boom. And get my own Weaselback Redcap out. So this is pretty good. If I draw another land, that would be nice, because then I could potentially use the Tall as a Beanstalk in 2 turns. These flings are not going to do much for me right now, but they could come in handy later. Ooh, Brimstone. Okay. You want to trade the red cap? I'll trade red caps. I think that's fine. Yep, let's do that. So, drew another land, which is nice. Still can't use the beanstalk, but we can do that next turn on one of the ginger brutes. Of course, if we cast the tallest beanstalk next turn on the ginger brutes, we can't make them unblockable, but we're gonna do it anyway, because then my opponent just has to remove one of the ginger brutes, no question. So he's gonna activate the trebuchet, which is smart. Does he have a knight to play? That'd be a good swing. And he does. Yep. He's got the knight, untaps the trebuchet, can ping me for another one, which is very good. And he's got a Rimrock Knight. So, I can't exactly... I don't know if I can't afford to... I can't swing with either of them. I could drop the tall as a beanstalk, though, and then I can keep the ginger brutes back to block. Which I think I have to do. Because my opponent next turn could hit me for 4. Yeah. So if I do ginger, tall as beanstalk on a ginger brute, then I keep them back to block. So I've still only gonna... So no attack. So now if my opponent swings, I can block the Rimrock Knight with the 4/4 Ginger Brute. Hopefully, you know, opponent could have a Boulder Rush. Does he have another Knight to play? Yeah, wow. Ooh, and that Rimrock Knight becomes a 4/2. Ooh, okay. I can make them both unblockable, and then I can... Yeah, nobody has haste. Nobody has haste. I think we can win. So, do that. Oh, don't use a red for it. God damn it. It's okay. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Because I can use a fling to do my last bit of damage on my second main, right? Nobody has haste. He could have something in hand. If he's got something in hand, it's going to win the game. Ah, tap target creature. I forgot about the Giant Killer's ability. So I could fling it at his face for 4. The Ginger Brute's only going to do an extra 1 though. Man, see, I could have flung both. All because of the stupid autocast. You gotta be kidding me. That was a mistake. I should have used green. Well, I wouldn't have been able to cast both anyway. So, can I survive? I don't think so. I can't survive next turn. So I fling opponent, sack the Ginger Brute. That resolves. I'm still only hitting him for 1. Maybe if I hold it back, it doesn't matter. He's hitting me for 4, so hit him for 1. There's nothing else I can do. I can't cast the other fling. I can get the tracker out, but there's no way I can block. Yeah. All I need is 1 more land to cast a fling. So we're gonna lose this, right, opponent? Yeah, he just trebuchet me for 1 and then swing in with everything else. And he's got me. Yep. Oh, and he just taps the tracker too. Good game. Walter White. Good game. Alright. Wow, when Beach and I played the 10 life draft yesterday, we played against some opponents, I think, who had just drafted as though they were playing a regular 20 life draft, and they were not playing super aggressive, and we walked over the first 5 opponents in a row. One went 5-0 to start, and that is not happening to me today. That is not happening to me today. So this is twice in a row now. Draft has not gone so well. So hopefully we can maybe stack up a couple more wins before we get to 3 losses. Be a loser. I don't want to be a loser. I don't want to be a loser. I want to win. And terrible. Have to mulligan. Better. Keep it. Get rid of the ferocity, I think. I have to keep these lands. Drop the mountain, play the ginger brute, and tap my opponent in the face for 1. Opponent drops his own ginger brute, of course. We got another ginger brute, that's cool. I do like that. So maybe I save the boulder rush. Crack my opponent with oh, I can use the boulder rush. Just use it now. Hit my opponent for 4. That's nice. That's a nice swing. So I've got the tracker I can play and the Rimrock Knight. I can cast both next turn too, which is pretty good. Which means it'll give me some blockers back, and I can send in. Gingerbrute can block Gingerbrute though, so we can trade off with one of my Gingerbrutes. So I think I'm going to force him to trade one of the Gingerbrutes. And he will definitely trade one of them, I will say. Hit my opponent for 1. Drop the forest, play the Wildwood Tracker, which can get 1/1 when it attacks or blocks off the Gingerbrute. So opponent is playing mono red. Ooh, Robber of the Rich. Reach and haste. That's a really good card. And it can block the Gingerbrute. So do I take 4? Do I trade with the... I think I can't take 4. I think I have to trade. Well, so if I attack, I can get... Yeah, no. No, I'm not going to block. No blocks. Take 4. When attacks, the defending player has more cards in hand than you. Well, I do not, so I have fewer. Because the Wildwood Tracker will get +1/+1 when I crack back, which means I'm hitting him for 3. So I think I can safely take 4 here. But my opponent could have a Boulder Rush. And yeah. Yep. And I take 6 instead. Barge In might win this for me. Barge In, I think, is going to win this for me. Yeah, my opponent has nothing else he can play. So... Sure. Good game. Alright. Got there. Whew. That Barge In, that won me the game. I would have hit my opponent for 3, but my opponent would have been able to crack back. Could have played... Well, the Rimrock Knight couldn't block, so that Barge In just straight up won me the game. I don't think I would have won if I had not drawn that. So that was close. That was really close. Ooh, came close to losing that. So now we're what, 3-2? I think we're 3-2. So give this another go. We can go up to 4-2. That'd be nice. Again, like I always say, see what happens. I like this. I can play everything in my hand. I literally have all 1-drops. So yeah, I'll keep a 2-lander, play out all these 1-drops. Good old Gingerbrew. Get out there, ping your opponent for 1. Just set the tone. A lot of people playing red. Look at that. Like, that's twice in a row, and I think a couple times this draft I've just come up against an opponent that just plays plays a mountain and a Gingerbrew. It's like, seems to be a common theme. Why did I meant to tap the mountain. Oh well, we'll use the barge in. That's fine. Well, I give each attacking non-human creature, which all my creatures are. So I'm going to crack back, but I'm going to save the barge in, I think. I wanted to play... I meant to tap the mountain to play the Wildwood Tracker, and I did it backwards, so that was my mistake. I messed up a little bit there. So the Crashing Drawbridge is good because it can make everything able to block the Gingerbrew. You can give all your creatures haste, which is really good. So take 1 from his Gingerbrew. Good thing though is he has to tap it to give essentially gives your other creatures haste. It would give itself haste, but it has to tap down, so that's good. So which means I could attack with both my Gingerbrews, make them both unblockable, and use a barge in potentially. Maybe I think I'm gonna wait on the barge in. I think I want to make them both so they can't be blocked, and I'm gonna cast a Wildwood Tracker. I think I just want to be able to go wide, and the Wildwood Tracker again gets +1/+1 from non-humans. So I think that's really good. Raging Redcap, good card. You could give it haste too. Ooh, decided not to though. So now my Gingerbrews are kind of useless because he can give the Raging Redcap haste, and his Gingerbrew already has haste, which is good. Barge in gets +2/+2, so it would survive. I think I swing in with the Wildwood Tracker. I could buff the Tracker, give it +2/+2, make it a 3/3, and then fling it at his face. That would be pretty good. I don't think I'm going to though. I think I'm gonna. I'm going to attack with everything, and I'm going to use the barge in on something. I'm just not sure what yet. So let's see what he decides to block. So he taps the drawbridge. Oh, he's just going to block like that, eh? He's not going to use... Well, I didn't activate, since I didn't activate the Gingerbrew's ability. So which one do I want to save here? I could kill the drawbridge with the Wildwood Tracker, potentially, but I don't want to lose both my Gingerbrews. So I think I cast the barge in on the Gingerbrew, which would save it. It would allow it to get through for 1 damage. So kill his red cap, Gingerbrew's trade. Get through for 1. Play Wildwood Tracker. So now, with 3 creatures, I mean, my opponent needs to drop a couple creatures, and he can give them haste to block the Gingerbrew. But I mean, I can. The Wildwood Trackers now both become 2/2s when they attack. So I don't have much going on in hand here with just the fling. I mean, I need to hit my opponent for. There's another red cap, which is very good. Although, again, doesn't. Well, it trades with the tracker, actually. Yeah, it would trade with the tracker. No, tracker would be 2/2. Yeah, it would still trade though. It's double strike. Yeah. So we're gonna pass. Opponent's obviously not going to attack. That would be kind of silly. So I need a good draw here. That's not a good draw. So I think my opponent can't tap the drawbridge to give the red cap haste. Otherwise, not to block the Gingerbrute. Otherwise, he's just opening himself up to the Wildwood trackers, so he can't tap the drawbridge. So I can make the Gingerbrute so that it can't be blocked except by creatures with haste. If he wants to use the drawbridge, he would die to the trackers. So I think I swing in here with everything. Give both the trackers +1/+1. So my opponent basically has to block the trackers, take one from the Gingerbrute. The red cap is going to die, unless my opponent's got a spell, which he's got a Boulder Rush or something. That would be bad. Seems like I keep running up against that spell at the worst possible time. So, end turn. Let's see what happens next. Still not at the point I can use a fling. So is he gonna put that on the crashing drawbridge? We'll give it haste. So then it would have haste. And it could block the Gingerbrute. Does my opponent have anything else to play? Is the big question here. Oh, well, he might still, but he's going to equip. So now the drawbridge has haste and can block the Gingerbrute very effectively. He can't block both. Can't block both, but I'm still in trouble. Well, I'm not in trouble, but I'm still going to have two flings, and I can cast 2 flings. So it gets +1/+1 till end of turn, so I just have to get through for 1, and then so I don't even think I give the Gingerbrute haste. I just attack, hit him for 1, fling the tracker at my opponent's face. So both attack, tracker gets +1/+1, he should block the tracker. Take 1 from the Gingerbrute. Although he could block the Gingerbrute. Yeah, I would probably do that too. Probably smart. I'm gonna, just for added measure, so it's gonna keep +2/+2 till end of turn. Yeah. Still, it will keep +2/+2 till end of turn. I know it. It's not like the tracker's gonna lose 1 now. So Gingerbrute gets flung. My opponent now is not blocking. The tracker is gonna hit him for 2. That's it. Yes. Whew. Alright. So are we 4-2 now? 4-2? I think we're 4-2. If I can count, we'll see. Yep, 4-2. So hey, can we keep going? Can we get to 5? This one's going a little better, actually. This draft is going a little better. Only went 1-3, I think, in my last one, if you guys watched that. And I can definitely keep this opening hand. So we're gonna go mountain ginger brute. I've seen so many people, not just me, so many people I played against. Mountain ginger brute, turn 1. Just a beloved princess. A little bit of lifelink. Very good. It's very, very good. Well, let's make the ginger brute. Can't be blocked. Swing in. No, I don't want to use the barging. I want to drop the red cap. Because I think I would... I don't know. I don't really want to trade the red cap for the princess if he swings with the princess. Which he probably should. Oh, Reeve Soul. That's good. That's a good swing. No. Oh, he's not going to do it anyway. So... yeah, I'm going to attack with the red cap. See if he wants to... I can use the barge in to save the red cap. I can use... and I'm definitely going to. Save the red cap. It actually has trample, so we're also going to make it a little bigger. Boom, boom. Take my opponent down to 4. That was nice. That was really, really nice. I forgot that barge in gave non-human trample. Useful Knight's good. Useful Knight's good. So let's drop the forest. I think I'm gonna drop the tracker, and I'm gonna fling the tracker. No, I'm gonna fling the tracker at the Youthful Knight to get it out of my way. And then I'm going to swing for, unfortunately, just 1 with the red cap. Does my opponent have a response? No, fortunately. So now I'm just sitting on 2 creatures. And my opponent manages to drop 2 creatures. So... I need to create the food. I think I want to create the food. I swing in. Do I swing in? Kill one of them? I've got still 2 creatures I can play. So I think I swing in. If he blocks, obviously I'm going to buff. If he doesn't block, I'm going to buff. So let's do this. Trade off. Not sure that's a great trade. At this point now I've kind of put myself behind, but next turn I can cast 2. Wow! You drafted multiple 7 dwarves. Okay. Okay. Well, my food might come in very, very handy. 1-3 and a 3-1. 3-1 might help me here. Okay, so... block the Swordmaster, trade with one of the dwarves. That's fine. Pass. He's obviously going to attack. Let's go to blockers. I have to do that. Do that. So he's going to gain 1. Another fling, really. That sucks. Fling's not going to do me any good. But I can gain some life. Go up to 7. At least I can block the dwarves now. So now we're basically top decking. There's no point in pinging him for 1. He cracks back for 2. I need to draw something good before my opponent does. Is he bluffing? Is he bluffing? Is he bluffing? I'm going to block it. I'm going to hope he's bluffing. Boulder Rush, right here. Oh, barge in. I guess +2/+2. Yep. Let's just take it. Take our beats. Gonna get trample, so I'm gonna take 1. It's only till end of turn. Oh, I did not draw a creature though. That is brutal. Wow. I need to draw a creature, or I'm dead in 2 turns. Come on. Are you serious? Just land. Okay. Oh, cool. Game over. Okay, so we didn't get there. We went 4 and 3. That's okay, I guess. I'm not too happy with that though. Thought we would have done better there. So 4 and 3. Claim the prize. Get our 450 gems, which ain't bad. A couple packs. So that one went a little better than the last 10 life draft, but I was still hoping we'd do better than 4 wins. But last time you guys saw I went 1 and 3. This time managed to go 4 and 3. So considerably better, if we're being honest. So anyways, guys, Hotfire MTG, hit like, hit subscribe. I really appreciate it. And we'll come back with some more drafts real soon. Later, guys.